A very warm good morning and thank you so much for joining us here on Capuchin TV. It is another Wednesday morning and yet another reason to thank God for his endearing providence. And I would like to thank you, dear viewer, for making time for this live show right here on Capuchin TV. And as usual, today being a Wednesday, we bring you informative sessions on business. So welcome and let's talk business. As usual, I've got a guest in studio and I would give him time to introduce himself before we move on. Mr. Daniel, welcome.
Thank you, Elizabeth. My name is Daniel Mugao. I work with Pacis Insurance Company as a business promoter. I've been in this industry for now 30 years. I'm a qualified insurer, a chartered insurer for that matter. Yes.
Welcome. It's good to have you at Capuchin TV. All right, now welcome, dear viewer, once again, and let's walk this business show. My name is Sasha Elizabeth, and I hope you enjoy this. Now, to start off, for the sake of those who are not really conversant with Pacis Insurance, who is Pacis Insurance?
So, Pacis Insurance Company is a general insurance company licensed by Insurance Regulatory Authority of Kenya to issue short-term contracts. Those are policies that expire after every 12 months and then due for renewal. We are owned 100% by the Catholic Church of Kenya, and we have been in this business since 2004. Yes.
Okay, so now what kind of insurance policies do you provide at Pacis Insurance?
So we provide a wide range of general insurance products, ranging from medical, which is health insurances, general insurances such as fire, motor insurances, property insurances like theft of property, liabilities. We insure employees against injuries. That's what we call workman injury benefit under the Workman Injury Benefit Act. We call it WIBA. We do marine, we do aviation. We do marine. Theft insurances I've mentioned, motor, fire, such like property, including funeral covers, including funeral expense covers, bereavement, just to support people meet funeral expenses. Yes.
Do you have policies for life insurance?
Yeah, life insurances would be long-term contracts, which we are not licensed to do at the moment, because according to the Insurance Regulatory Authority, one has to register a company to do long-term insurances. So we are not in the business of long-term contracts. We're in the business of short-term contracts.
All right.
What we call general insurance.
Thank you so much, Mr. Daniel. Now, as the managing partner in charge of parish sales, how does the company collaborate with the church to reach the market?
Good question. First, I need to say that Pacis Insurance Company has traditionally relied on the conventional distribution channels, such as brokers, independent agents, in-house agents, we call them direct sales force, bank assurance, such like channels. We found a need to explore the blue ocean strategy, something different from what has been happening before, business unusual, to reach out to the parishioners. I've just said that the company belongs to the church, and the church includes, of course, the parishioners. They are the backbone of the church. And so we found that quite a number, if you were to sample, for example, in a parish, say out there in the rural, how many know Pacis? You realize there are very few people among the congregants. And even those who know, you find those who know and partake insurance products, very few of them partake from Pacis. So we asked ourselves this question: why don't they partake of our products? And we aim to find a way of reaching out to them through a channel that communicates and reaches out to them directly. To do this, we felt a need to engage them directly. That we have someone from among them being an ambassador or Pacis in those parishes. So the collaboration is ideally partnership between the company, the parishes, and the leadership of the church. That we be allowed to have, we get a nominee from the church who is trusted, someone who has passion to develop, to sell insurance or do insurance sales, and then we train them and induct them and take them back to the very community where they have come from. So that's the kind of collaboration we are looking for, where that person will work very closely with the parish priests and the parish council, reaching out to the small Christian communities and other church groups through the support of the moderators, to tell them about the product that Pacis has, to tell them about the services that are there in respect to insurance from Pacis, and assists the parishioners where they have issues to do with insurance on how to address those issues. For example, if somebody has a claim or has suffered a loss, say an accident, that person will be available in the church, within the congregation, because a parish, of course, has a leaders, if they cover, so it can be reached and support to solve those problems, or rather know how to address the claims.
So are these parish sales executives, or? Yes,
correct. So we want, in Kenya, I believe we have more than 900 parishes. We wish to have a representative in each and every parish, who is going to be now the contact person between the company and the parish. Yeah, so that's the kind of collaboration we are looking for. Yeah, and we believe there is a lot. They will be very busy and they will be able to make a living out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how do you intend to get these parish sales executives? Do you have a strategy for doing this?
Yes, we have a strategy. This idea was mooted last year, and we started operationalizing it this year, despite the challenges of lockdown, COVID issues and all that, but we are progressing well. We are starting with the Archdiocese of Nairobi, where we are visiting the deaneries and telling them about this model, telling them that telling the parish priest in their deanery meetings to give us, each of them to give us someone to work with, to nominate from among their congregation. We are cognizant that within those parishes there are people already who are selling insurances for other companies and such like things. If they desire to come to Pacis, we'll be very happy to have such people. If the parish does not have someone like that, they can just give us someone who expresses interest through the parish priest. We will train them the insurance products that we have. We will train them on selling skills and enable them get a certificate of proficiency to be able to earn commissions. Yeah, so we are asking for referrals, in other ones, from the parish priest.
Okay.
So that the intention is, when somebody is referred by the priests, we believe this is someone who is trusted, someone who the church can vouch for. In the past, of course, we have had people are wanting to do insurance, and yet they are not, say, people of integrity. But if we are getting them directly from the parishes, we believe they are the most ideal people, and that's why we're asking the priest to nominate for us. In January 3rd, we put an advertisement on the Archdiocese of Nairobi website and in our company website to recruit, where people were to apply. They say their names, their details, which parties they come from. We invite them for interview. If they qualify, we observe them, train them, and deploy them back to those parishes. That approach did not work for simple reasons. One, some of the people who are applying are simply people seeking for jobs. They are not Catholics. They don't even know the parishes they come from. Even those we got, some of them were so timid to approach a parish priest or even go and talk to the parish council. You ask them which small Christian community you come from in your parish. They have no idea. But now, when we are getting them through the parish, when they are referred to us by the priest, these are people who already belong to the parish. They know their small Christian community, they know the Jumuias, they know their father, their parish priest and the moderators. So it's easy that way. And of course, it also cuts costs. And there is understanding, because when you deploy them, the chemistry of working between that person and the church, the parish, will be easy, as opposed to somebody green and then going to introduce him to the church. Okay. So that's the kind of collaboration, and those are the kind of people we're looking for.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Mugao. Now, what kind of benefits does this parish sales executive distribution model bring to the parishes, or rather, what does the parish stand to gain from this?
Yeah, the parishes stand to gain because, number one, some of the products that we want them to sell, they have a direct benefit to the institution, the parish in this case. For example, Elizabeth, you will agree with me that I don't know which parish you come from. When, for example, there's a bereavement, there is somebody passes on within the congregation, many a times the people come together to do arambes to defray those costs. Somebody gets hospitalized and is admitted, the bill is say 300, 500 or something like that. They go to the priest and start crying to the priest that, oh, my child, myself, get out we to sign to pay these bills. Whereas that is the function of insurance. That should be sorted by insurance. So we've come up with very nice products that will address those products, those challenges directly. And we believe going forward, the priest will work with this referral they have given us to reach out to the small Christian communities and ensure that each and every small Christian community has a policy for funeral, where the members of that small Christian community take a common, a group policy that in case any of them suffers this challenge, as this problem, the family is given money by Pacis insurance company to pay the bills, to pay the funeral expense bills. We have another very simple product which is actually capturing everybody. We know, of course, medical expenses in Kenya is very high, and the premiums can be high, but we have come up with a product that is able to accommodate everybody, so that in case any of the member of small Christian community is hospitalized, they don't have to go to the church to ask for arambees. So that relieves the church from such issues and concentrate on evangelization and other things. For us, we feel that is a direct benefit to the parishes and the parish priest in particular, because they're the one who always people go crying to. So if the parish priest can help us actually have these referrals and we take them back to them to work with the small Christian communities, that challenge will now come to an end.
So which is this comprehensive policy for the parishes and the communities?
So the one I'm talking about, first of all, is the funeral cover. That is the one I'm saying is going to address the issues of funeral. The other one is the health insurance, which we're calling medical insurance for the small Christian communities. We have other products, of course, that address all manner of challenges within our society. For example, we have products that cover schools, which of course are either they are for the parish or for other members of the community. We have other products that cover the church developments like these structures that are in this compound. We have products that cover that. We have products that cover the priest, the clergy, for example, against sickness and such like problems. We have policies that cover virtually all insurable risks within our society.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Now it's time to take a short break. We'll be right back with more on this purchase insurance, with the main focus on parish sales executive model. Stay tuned.
Are you in need of a competitive, personal, business or institutional insurance cover? Look no further. Pacis Insurance has got you covered for both individual and group contingencies.
I am a happy client of Pacis Insurance Company for over a period of 7 years. Pacis Insurance offered us a lasting solution to our medical issues and medical problems.
With Pacis Insurance, you do not need to search elsewhere. We have competitively comprehensive insurance products that meet every personal, business, and institutional needs.
We have plans that address the corporate organizations and groups, targeting the religious groups and other registered groups. We also have plans for the retail market, which covers families or individuals.
For general covers, we have classified them into 2 different lines. We have the personal lines and the corporate lines.
We are owned by the Catholic Church 100%, and this brings the uniqueness in us in that any profits, any proceedings we make through the operations we run as a company are plowed back to the church to help with the different projects the church has.
I would recommend Pacis to any other person who is looking for these services. We have direct lines we call, people who are available for us 24/7. And so it doesn't matter the time, the day, the hour, we are met, or rather our expectations are met.
Visit our head office at Pacis Center, located along Wayaki Way in Westlands, for details about our products, or contact us on 0730 677 000 or 0720 113 122. Send us an email on info@paciskenya.com.
Our health, our wealth, and our reputation are protected, and we have a lot of peace and comfort to know that we are covered wherever we are.
Pacis is a Latin word that stands for peace.
For comfort and peace in life.
Choose Pacis Insurance Company. We protect your health, wealth, and reputation for comfort and peace to society.
All right, welcome back to this business live talk about Pacis Insurance Company. I know before we have had some sessions of this kind about Pacis Insurance, and with more focus on the kind of products and policies that they have, how best they are at it, and of course how you can sign up for recover with them. But today, this is a special one. It is a parish sales executive model, a model that they are introducing to make sure that they reach out to so many people who have been left out of the services that they offer. Now we move on, in studio I have the managing partner in charge of parish sales model, that is Mr. Daniel Mugao, and we move on with this second session. Now I'm sure you must be asking yourself, why should someone sell for Pacis Insurance Company through these parish sales executive models? Mr. Mugao, welcome back to the second session, and please help our viewer understand why should they choose to sell for Pacis Insurance.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth, once more. First, I need to say that the insurance intermediaries in Kenya are remunerated through commissions, which commission rates are regulated by the Insurance Regulatory Authority. So whether it's a broker, a bank, an individual selling like an agent, they earn the same commission rate, which is regulated by the commissioner. So I find it very favorable for people to come out individually and start selling insurance, because you earn the same commission that someone who is paying salaries and other expenses is incurring. So I would call upon the people out there in the parishes who would want to make a living through insurance to come and sell for us in Pacis. Now, why Pacis? First, I need to say that we are giving our salespeople a ready market. A ready market. How? Let's take, for example, a parish like, for example, our parish here, Regina Cherry. We have so many small Christian communities. These products that we are selling, some of them give commission rates of 25%, especially like, for example, fire. Others 20%, like the employee injury benefits covers, others 17.5, others 15, others 10%. And even those that give 10% commission, the premiums that come are so huge. For example, you can imagine, let me give an example of the products that I talked about, and you see money in it. We are telling people when they come as the Paris sales executives, we want to see their capacity of effectiveness through the number of small Christian communities they onboard. For example, I gave an example of our parish here. If this sales executive we are going to get from here sells to even that small Christian communities, the premium we are covering for health is around 18,000, the lowest limit. For a limit of 200,000, we are charging, we are giving a premium of 18,000, for example. Now, if you say 18,000 times, you say 10 people in a small Christian communities, that premium of 180. Now, the commission there is 10%, so you already has around what? 18,000 straight away from that. Now, if you can put the number of small Christian communities there, the commission will be not less than, for example, 600,000 for that particular person. And that's good money, we believe, from a single product. Then you want the other products that I was talking about, like funeral, the motor vehicles, the properties that the parishioners have, and all that. Because we want them to tap into that market first, and we are not limiting them to sell to the parishioners only. They can come here and insure this station, for example. They can go and insure wherever, as long as they are doing it ethically without cannibalizing business from other channels, because we also have other intermediaries who are supporting us. And I'm saying this market has not been exploited. We have so much that is uninsured, which is insurable. And that is why I want to reach all the corners of the country where the Catholic Church is first through this model, by having someone in each and every parish selling, so that they can make money from it. And I believe this is selling for Pacis is better than other companies, because there is no any other single company which will give a salesperson a ready market. So I urge my listeners, for example, those who are already selling for other companies and the Catholics coming from our parishes, to approach their parish priest and express interest to come and sell for us in Pacis, because we are going to give you a ready market and support you to sell. Secondly, it is easy because you'll find it easy to work with the Pacis because our service levels are very defined. We have a very clear service charter on how we support people with the challenges, especially at the time of need, claims, and therefore you will not have a stress at all.
Okay.
So for me, I would urge people to come and we work together for this model.
So how do you support your clients during unprecedented times like currently the COVID-19 pandemic?
May I say that every contract of insurance will give what needs to be done, when and how. Let me give an example of the most common challenges that related to insurance. Let me take the example of a motor vehicle. Accidents occur, and people sometimes suffer so much on how to have their claims paid, how do I address these problems, and that kind of stuff. So for us, we have a very clear laid down turnaround time, and we guide our customers on what to do immediately they take a policy. And this, we educate our salespeople, because they are usually the first point of contact with the customers when they have a claim. Is we teach them on our claims processes, so that if there is a claim, usually you took a policy through me, you definitely call me and say, Daniel, you know I've gotten involved in a road accident, what do I do? Our salespeople are very well trained on what to do, what to tell the customers without exaggerating or over promising. So, and again, you see, we are church based, we are faith based, and therefore we can't afford to lie. So what we say is we keep our word. The challenges that normally people face is when you expect too much from what you did not insure. You see, for example, in motor vehicles, you may find somebody is aggrieved and say, oh, my claim was not paid and all that. But if you go and look at the policy, probably they're not insured it properly. So that is what we're trying to avoid. By making sure that whatever we sell, we educate the person who has bought that product so that they know. And this model, the salespeople now in charge will be giving talks, finally, as it develops, they will be giving a talk, like, for example, today we are going to talk about motor vehicle. Whoever is interested can come and hear. Such forums.
Right.
What happens, for example, if there is a claim or a funeral, what do you do? For example, if your house is broken into, what do you do? There will be those talks in parishes and all that, so that we avoid people saying that their claim was not paid, yet probably they didn't know that that is not covered, because some things are, of course, not covered for some reason.
Being a church-based and a church-owned institution, are you receiving the support that you need from the church?
May I say that this is a very good question. First of all, I need to state that for this model to succeed, there should be very tight working relationship between the company, Pacis Insurance Company, the parishes, through the parish priests, and of course, the church at large. The company belongs to the church, and therefore, I believe the church has to support this model because the company is theirs. And what we are doing is taking the services to the owner. So for me, I don't see a reason as to why we would have a problem for the model not being supported, because we are not dealing with a stranger in this case. We are dealing with the owner. Now, how is the church to support? When we go for the presentation to take the model to the parishes during their dinnerly meetings, we are taking the contact of the priest and calling them to remind them to give us a referral. That is what I would wish, that each and every parish priest gives us somebody. If there is an issue probably of not getting somebody within their congregation, they can invite us. We go to the parish during Mass and talk to the parishioners so that people volunteer and the priest says, yes, I think this person is better. Take this one. And then we deal with that person. My support, my request to each and every parish priest is really to give us a nominee, or rather a referral. And I want to believe where maybe the church can talk, maybe through the during their meetings, say that at the dinnerly level or at the diocese level or archdiocese level, is to ask themselves, amongst themselves, by the way, have you supported Pacis? Have you given Pacis a referral? They have been around pleading for us to support them with someone. Please give them somebody. Amongst themselves, let that debate be there, that to ensure that each and every parish as a representative for insurance. I'll tell you, Elizabeth, in those parishes today, there are other people selling insurances. They are there.
Absolutely true.
Even they could be selling for Pacis, they could be selling for other companies that are in the competition. But the idea is, even if they are there, we want an dedicated resource who we can hold accountable for the penetration in the small Christian communities. Because ultimately, we want to be finding out how many small Christian communities, for example, from this parish have taken funeral cover. How many small Christians from this parish have medical insurance, group medical cover. So that helps the priests to do other things other than concentrate in Arabes and helping things that insurance would do. So my appeal is the church to also make sure that each and every parish has given us a referral.
Sure. It's good to have healthy competition. So even if there are already other insurance agencies doing advertisement and publicity, it's also good to have variety and then let the Christian themselves choose.
Yeah, correct.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay, now, you mentioned the role, briefly about the role of parish sales executive. Apart from informing Christians about your products, what other duties are they charged with?
Yeah, basically, their major role is distribution of purchase insurance products and supporting customer service initiatives, and of course being the ambassador for the company, and of course giving feedback from the parishioners to the company of issues that are emerging. They will tell us, for example, in our parish, maybe we need to tweak this product to fit this particular segment of the population. Good thing. So basically that, and I also needed to mention in the benefits that will accrue to them, in addition to them making a living through commissions, we want to roll out a very robust incentive program depending on someone's productivity. If people are meeting targets and surpassing the targets and we are making money, we will use the excess funds maybe to support the parishes on CSR activities. We would want to take people for pilgrimage. You know, like the people who excel and done well, I would love to take them to Vatican and get the Papal Andres. I would love to take them to all the places like Loons and places like Fatima. Yeah, these things happen. You see there are pilgrims that are always advertised in churches that people contribute money and pay.
Sure,
we
that's
want
true.
to have a very organized program of taking, including the priests that support as well, that their parishes do very well. We would want to take them for holidays and such like places, both local and international.
That's quite enticing.
Thank you.
Now, all right, now as we wind up, because time is against us, please tell us, where do you see this model taking the company and the parishes, say, in the next 5 or 10 years to come?
Let me talk of 5 years first. If this model gains ground and we get, say, the parish, the sales executive from each and every parish. Say today we have like about, say, 500 of them in parishes, and they are well supported, and they cover about, even with those two products that I talked about, funeral and medical, they just cover, say, like 50% of those parishes. This company would be doing not less than 8 billion. 8 billion. And this time we have not talked about fire, we've not talked about burglary, we have not talked about motor vehicles, we have not talked about engineering insurances, we've not talked of all other classes of insurance, which are there, of course, from the parishioners and all that. So this company has a potential of being the largest and very profitable, because the market that I'm addressing is actually retail market and SME, which is never declining. It is always rising, because if my business today was, for example, the turnover was, say, 20 million, next year will be around 22, 23.
Okay.
You get, and that is an increased premium.
All right.
So in the next 5 years, I expect this company to be the largest, doing not less than, say, 4 billion. To the bare minimum, if supported, depending on the support we get in terms of making referrals for the sales executives.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mugao. Now, your final words in 2 seconds to the audience.
So to the audience is especially our parishioners, it is to support one of their own. This company belongs to us, it belongs to you, it belongs to the church, and therefore there is no need for us to be buying insurances from other companies when we have our house. You can imagine when you have your own shop selling milk and you never buy from that shop, you're buying from outside. It's funny. So let's support a model that will enable the company be felt in the parishes, that we are always available to the parishioners through the sales executive that we are seeking, and then selling to them the products that will address their risks. So let's support. Please give us referrals. We'll train them, we'll induct them, we'll make them purchase ambassadors, and from there, I believe you will also support them to reach out to the small Christian communities and the selling matches. Thank you very much, Elizabeth.
Thank you so much for that informative session, and it was good to have you here.
Thank you very much.
All right.
We look forward to coming again.
Of course.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right. Now that's Mr. Daniel Mugao, a managing partner in charge of parish sales executive model, and he was just telling us about this new model that they look forth to introduce it in the market, and to ensure that there's a win-win situation so that you stand to win as a client to purchase insurance, the parish, as well as the parish sales executive members who are going to be nominated from different parishes across the country. Now, as we close this discussion, I would like to extend my gratitude as usual to the team, the crew behind the scenes, starting with the camera operator, Evans Havana. Thank you so much. The other side of the gallery, we have the video, or rather visual mixers, Brian Gitonga and Prudence Rimba. We also have our sound engineer, DJ Fredox, that's Frederick Ocheng, and our transmission, on the transmission desk, we have Peter Mwangi. Thank you so much, guys, for your joint efforts to make sure that we stamp this live show accordingly. And my name is Sasha Elizabeth, and as we end this live show, I would like to reiterate the tagline of Pacis Insurance, that's for comfort and peace in society. You are the only one who can confirm or ascertain that by signing up a cover with them. You can visit them at Pacis Insurance Center along Waiyaki Way, or call their contacts on the advert that's going to run immediately after this live show. My name is Sasha Elizabeth. Thank you so much for your time. See you next time. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Are you in need of a competitive, personal, business or institutional insurance cover? Look no further. Pacis Insurance has got you covered for both individual and group contingencies.
I am a happy client of Pacis Insurance Company for over a period of 7 years. Pacis Insurance offered us a lasting solution to our medical issues and medical problems.
With Pacis Insurance, you do not need to search elsewhere. We have competitively comprehensive insurance products that meet every personal, business and institutional needs.
We have plans that address the corporate organizations and groups, targeting the religious groups and other registered groups. We also have plans for the retail market, which covers families or individuals.
For general covers, we have classified them into two different lines. We have the personal lines and the corporate lines.
We are owned by the Catholic Church 100%, and this brings the uniqueness in us in that any profits, any proceedings we make through the operations we run as a company are plowed back to the church to help with the different projects the church has.
I would recommend Pacis to any other person who is looking for these services. We have direct lines we call, people who are available for us 24/7, and so it doesn't matter the time, the day, the hour, we are met, or rather our expectations are met.
Visit our head office at Pacis Center, located along Waiyaki Way in Westlands, for details about our products, or contact us on 0730 677 000 or 0720 113 122. Send us an email on info@paciskenya.com.
Our health, our wealth and our reputation are protected, and we have a lot of peace and comfort to know that we are covered wherever we are.
Pacis is a Latin word that stands for peace.
For comfort and peace in life.
Choose Pacis Insurance Company. We protect your health, wealth, and reputation for comfort and peace to society.